Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to a little vlog, a midweek vlog. Well, not midweek, but during the week vlog. Um, yeah, obviously this doesn't have to happen, but or be made, but I just thought, so why not? Yeah, I have been off work. I've been off work since Monday. Well, I went into work Monday, as normal. I felt absolutely fine. I felt absolutely fine. I had my energy was relatively okay at that point, and um, yeah, I just what was it? Shortly after my first break, it was. I started feeling quite nauseous. I will spare you the details, but I was feeling nauseous. Um, don't know why. I just tried to keep doing my job as normal. And then I kept going back and forth a couple of times to the toilet at work, and yeah, I think you can kind of judge what I did to your own thingy. But yeah, I was sick. Um, yeah, I was sick a couple of times, and yeah, I just I don't know, I just tried to carry on doing my job and everything, but yeah, it was not a nice. Yeah, it wasn't nice. I don't know what caused it. I have no idea. But yeah, I went to my team leader because my manager wasn't in Monday, or at that point anyway. So I went to my team leader and I said, "Look, I'm not feeling too good. I've literally been sick a couple times since I've been back to back and forth to the toilet being sick." And he said, "Well, if you've been sick, then you've got to go home, because obviously my place of work, I have to go home." But yeah, I went home as he said. I think I come home from work about 1 o'clock ish is when I clocked off. Got home. Thankfully, when I got home though, which is a little annoying because it means I missed the rest of the day pay as well as yeah. But anyway, but yeah, I clocked off, got home, and thankfully when I got home, I wasn't sick further. Luckily, I think whatever it was probably did make its way out, whatever it was, or if it was just some kind of bug that I picked up, I don't know. But well, yeah, since getting home on Monday afternoon, I just, even though I wasn't sick anymore, but I was genuinely, my energy was depleted. I was really, really, really tired. Obviously, when you are in that way, it does take a lot out of you because a lot of the nutrients and everything and sugars and what have you are out that are in your body, and when they're in, when that happens you lose a lot of stuff that gives you your energy because of it. And as a result, I ended up going for a nap. I went upstairs, went on my bed, and I was originally just going to go for a little nap. But yeah, that nap ended up being I ended up waking up at first at like 11:30 in the evening, and I was just like, well, there's no point in getting up anymore. There's no point in getting up at this time of night. So I went back to sleep, or at least tried to, and I was just literally tossing and turning all night. One of them really horrible nights, just tossing and turning, just couldn't get comfy. And then I um, I ended up waking up a couple times throughout the evening. And then I eventually woke up for the final time, which was around about 6 o'clock ish, around about six, half six in the morning. And I never wake up at that time in the morning, never. And well, unless it's work, of course. But usually for me, I don't wake up that time. But because I technically shot myself in the foot with going to bed in like early afternoon, um, I kind of like shot myself in the foot a little bit with doing that, and ended up sleeping a lot longer than I initially wanted to, or whatever. But yeah, but I think my body was telling me that I needed to rest, I think that was the ultimate thing. My body was telling me I needed to rest, so I did. And yeah, I woke up this morning. Woke up this morning around about 6:30, around about 6, half 6 ish. Got up, and I just my dad did my tea. Yeah, for Monday, my dad did my tea, but obviously I didn't have it at all. 'Cause obviously, I was in bed, so I thought, well, I tried to get something to eat in my system after getting up after a few hours. About I think it was about 9 o'clock ish in the morning. So this was like a few hours after I'd woken up. I decided to have my tea for that. My dad did me, which wasn't much. It was just a little something just to put something in my body. After having something to eat, I wasn't ill at all. I felt fine afterwards. And then, yeah, I ended up going up. Was watching a bit of TV, and then I went back to bed again, and ended up falling asleep again. And then I woke up about 3 o'clock ish in the afternoon. So I think whatever it was, I feel absolutely fine now though. By the way, I feel absolutely fine. Whatever it was, I think it was literally just one of those things. Obviously, either it was something I'd eaten and it hadn't agreed. Oh, good God. But yeah, I think obviously I think my body was just telling me I needed rest as well afterwards. So I did that. Um, got my head down and had a little nap and had proper sleep. But yeah, after that, after getting home on Monday and everything, and today I feel absolutely fine. I've been fine. I've not been ill anymore. Um, yeah. I've had something to eat. I've had not had much, but I've had something to eat because I don't want to overdo it and end up in the same situation again. Um, but no, I feel absolutely fine now. My energy is fine. And whatever that was, I have no idea. Um, yeah, I've had a couple people. Obviously, I put up a couple posts on Facebook and that, because obviously I was bored and fed up with myself a little bit. And I had some people reach out to me and say get well soon and all that. But um, I had a close friend of mine that I used to work with. She kept telling, like, checking up on me throughout the day a little bit through private message and stuff. Yeah. So, but no, I feel a lot better. I feel a heck of a lot better. I'm got a chance going back to work tomorrow. Um, so yeah, I mean, with my place of work, it's 48 hours after your last bout of whatever it is, whether you've been, been sick or the other end. Because obviously it's all about sanitary, and it's all about cleanliness and everything at my place. So anything like that, it's a big no no. So you have to leave the leave completely, just in case you do have some kind of infection or you have some kind of bug and you could pass it on to somebody else. So there's multiple different reasons as to why they tell you to go home. So yeah, unfortunately I lost a whole day's work this week, but I rang in work and spoke to my manager, and he's allowed me to start work from midday because that will be about 48 hours. That will be a full 48 hours from midday tomorrow. So obviously at the moment it's 20 to 11 at the point at this moment of me recording this. Um, but yeah, the way it works out, I've only lost a full one day, and I'm roughly a half. But I'm not gonna obviously money's gonna be a bit of a hit for this time around when I get paid for this week. But at least I managed to kind of salvage a little bit of hours for it. It technically works out at me. It will technically work out at like 2.5 days probably, because of me being coming home early on Monday, having all day today off, back in at midday tomorrow, and then I'm in on Thursday as well, full day. And then Thursday is usually my last day, so unless nothing else is mentioned, then I will be back. I will be off. Thursday will be my last day, and I'm off for 3 days again. So I only have to kind of bear with it for tomorrow and Thursday, and then I'm off again. Which because obviously at my place I'm only 4 days on, 3 off usually. But with me being off sick, they might say about me going on Friday, but that's not a problem if it does come up. But they very rarely will ever. They don't enforce Fridays because Fridays are optional, and only a very small minority of people go in on a Friday. Hence why the rest of the factory I work at, they don't work. There's only so many people that work a Friday, so the likelihood is Thursday will be my last day anyway, as normal. Um, so at least I will get some. At least my money won't be impacted as badly as it would have been because originally, if they say for a minimum of 48 hours, which means 2 days, 2 full days. They work it out as 2 full days, but I've technically been off. Well, it'll be technically it is going into a second day, anyways. Um, it has been over 24 hours since I left work on Monday. So technically, by the time I go to work tomorrow, start work at midday, it will technically be 48 hours at that point anyway, give or take an hour or so. So, but at least I'm not going to be too impacted when it comes to money. I know money. I know in this set. I know people are going to be like, well, "What's money got to do with it? Your health is more important," and it is indeed. Your health is indeed more important than money because if you don't have your health, you can't work. That's simple as. But luckily, whatever it was literally something that only lasted pretty much the Monday. By the time I got home, it hadn't cleared completely, but it wasn't too bad when I got home, and my body was literally just saying you need rest. So I ended up going for a nap, and it ended up me not having a nap. I ended up a full on sleep and waking up at a really early, really early hour at like 6:30 in the morning, which is nothing like me at all. But and then I went, then yeah. But anyway, so the thingy of the story is, I feel a lot better now. I feel a heck of a lot better. I'd be glad to get back into work, try and claw back some hours that I've lost. Well, no, well, I'm not gonna claw everything back, but at least get some hours in, so that I'm not too badly impacted when I get paid next week for this week. Um, but yeah, so what have I been doing with my time? I've done absolutely nothing. I went on my PS5 for a little bit. I went on my PS5 for a little bit. I've been playing RoboCop Rogue City. I got the RoboCop game for PS5 recently. So I played a little bit of that. Um, I played a little bit of that, and just been catching up on some TV. Really, I've been rewatching Bleach: Thousand Year Blood War again. I've been watching that series on, kind of. Even though I've seen all of it, but I wanted to rewatch it all from season one right through season three because I know the final part, chapter four, is out some point this year. So I just wanted to kind of rewatch it all, and then whenever it starts up again, some point this year, I know exactly what's happened, and I can just go straight into the new series when it starts. So I've been rewatching. So I've been rewatching Bleach: Thousand Year Blood War from the start. So I've been watching that like pretty much for the last couple of weeks. No, not a couple of weeks, but this past week or so, I've been rewatching that. This past week, over the weekend, and today I've been watching a bit of it today as well. Um, and I've also picked up another anime as well on Netflix called Fragrant Flower. The Fragrant Flower Blooms or something. It's called. It's like a romance comedy series. Um, a lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people have really liked it. It was one of the better series of 2025 for Netflix. It did really well. So I just thought, sod it, start picking it up as well. So that's another series that I'm gonna be watching as well. So yeah, and also this evening, because I've kind of neglected my art, um, since obviously that I haven't really drawn anything since before Christmas. So this is my first drawing of 2026. Yeah, that's my first drawing of 2026. It might appear a bit mirrored on your end, probably because of the camera. But yeah, that's my new drawing, my first drawing of 2026. I got some new pens for Christmas that my good bud Smithy got me. Um, and I tried them out. So the pens are the ones that I coloured it in with, like the blue and the green. I think they're not too bad actually. They're similar to what I've had before in the past, so they'll serve me well. But yeah, so this is a character from Naruto called Kakashi Sensei. He's the main guy who trains Naruto and Sakura and Sasuke and all them. He trains them at the beginning, and he's pretty much a frequent character throughout the whole thing. I just thought I don't draw many Naruto characters, and I thought to have a bit of a change from like robots and stuff. So I thought to just draw him. So yeah, pretty happy with it. Like I say, I've got a long way to go when it comes to my art. I'm in no way a professional artist or anything like that. But I drew that. I thought because I've got nothing else to do, and I just thought kill a few hours and drew that, and I posted it up on my socials and stuff as you do. And that's pretty much that. And then now doing this little vlog today doing this little vlog as well. But yeah, I just wanted to just thought to just do a. I don't do many vlogs during the week because usually I'm at work and I don't have time to. So I just thought, well, while I've got the time, I might as well just do a little vlog and just let people know because no doubt there was some people that saw my statuses on Facebook that follow me on YouTube as well that probably noticed it, and I just thought to just let people know that my health is okay at the moment. I feel a lot better. I think that ultimately what it was is obviously it was something that caused me to be nauseous in the first place, but I'm thinking it was just something I'd eaten. I know I had a couple people mention neurovirus. So a couple people mentioned about there's a bug going around that is causing people to be nauseous, to be sick, and it's only lasting a little, like maybe a day or two, and then it just goes away. I don't know if it was that or not. I mean, I can't say for sure. I think it was genuinely something that I'd eaten maybe a day, maybe 24 hours or so before, and it just hadn't agreed with me. I don't know, or I don't know. There's a reason for it, but I don't think it was a. I don't think it was too. I don't think it was a really. You know. I don't. I don't think it was too bad reason. I think it was just. I think it was something that I likely had eaten, and it just didn't agree with me. And it ended up coming out like that. But anyways, but I feel good. I feel fine. I feel a lot better. I feel like a bit more of a spring chicken rather than a chicken that's on its last legs. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm back at work tomorrow, as I said. Good thing is it's not a real early start. I don't have to set off from my house until about maybe 11ish in morning, around about 11. And yeah, start work about 12 midday. So yeah, that's one good thing. It's not a real early start for me. At least I can kind of, if I do have an issue, um, between now and going to work, if anything does rear its ugly head, at least I've got time to kind of like get myself sorted out. But hopefully, touch wood, it's not going to resurface, and whatever it was, it's past me now. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So thank you for watching, and I feel good. I feel fine now. I think that's generally what it was. It's probably a combination of because I haven't had the most energy since Christmas. I think since Christmas and me doing all my Christmas hours, even though I had 5 days off at Christmas altogether. I know some people would be like, "What the hell?" But I had about 5 days off over Christmas because of just how the days worked out because of me what the days I'm usually off anyways, and with Christmas Day being on a Thursday, I think it was this year. Christmas. It was, I think, on a Thursday, Christmas Day, and so on. So it kind of worked out like that. Me having 5 days off. Um. So yeah. Oh no, it was a Wednesday, wasn't it? Christmas Day, I think. Anyway, whatever. You get my point, because of the way it all worked out and everything. I technically had ended up with 5 days off, but I think whatever it was maybe a combination of me just being my body saying you haven't had enough rest. I don't know, and it ended up being nauseous. It's just to add to it. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because ever since I got home and I went to sleep and actually got some good rest, I feel fine and I've not been sick anymore. So it must be that. I don't know. It must be something to do with that where my body's just saying you need rest. I don't know because I don't. Because usually when I don't get the most hours, because it takes me all my time to get to sleep. It always, I don't know why. It always takes me a long time to actually get to sleep and drift off naturally. And then I'm on average getting about 4 or 5 hours a night, which isn't good, which isn't enough. But that's usually what I average. I only average on about that 4 or 5 hours a night, and yeah, of course you're going to get a bit sleep deprived when you're not sleeping enough, or not, the recommended hours at least. But anyway, at least I got a good amount of sleep. Because like I said, I went to sleep. I went for a nap on Monday after getting home, like I said, and slept right through and ended up waking up properly at like 6:30 in the morning, and then about 3 o'clock ish in the afternoon, I think it was around about three or so. I went upstairs, laid on my bed instead of being downstairs. I thought to just go and lay on my bed for a bit. I ended up dozing off again, and no, 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 it wasn't. No, I woke up about 3 o'clock. Yeah, I woke up about 3:30 after the other nap I had. So yeah, yeah. So I think I've had enough sleep, don't you? But anyway, so thank you. I feel much better now. Thank you to everybody that reached out to me. If you see this, but yeah, back to work tomorrow and back to the road and race. And yes, nice one. Good, good. See you soon, people. Bye bye.